That song was a joke. I wrote it as a joke. It was a complete joke. 8 a.m. the next day, Questlove had reposted it. And that's kind of what made it go even crazier, where I was like, hold on. And I'm like shoving a bath rap in my bag. I'm like, this is amazing. This is so good. Not knowing that it's on Ferg's tab.
Welcome to, I'm gonna call this Safe Space.
Cool.
Welcome to Safe Space. I'm Cam Sullivan-Brown. I'm sitting here with one of my favorite R&B artists out right now.
Wow, thank you.
Album coming out soon?
It's very soon.
March?
27th of March.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, to open this up though, we have to talk video games.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z?
Yep.
Or Donkey Kong?
It brings different parts of my mind, happiness,
Mm-hmm.
in different ways. Fighters, when I'm playing Dragon Ball Fighters, that's like when I want to conquer something.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because I don't play. Like, to all people out there, and I don't like this, people always come and be like, I play Street Fighter, I play da-da-da. But you don't know if you play Street Fighter. I play Street Fighter. I'm top. I am top in a country. No, I'm top in the continent, Street Fighter. I am number... Sorry, hold on.
No, go ahead. Flex right quick.
I'm going to flex real quick.
Yeah.
I am the number 860 in the continent of wherever I am in the world. In Europe.
Any character.
Dragon Ball and
Any
Fighters.
character.
I'm in. I'm ready.
Really?
Master Roshi's my guy. That's my number
Okay,
one.
I was about to say.
One.
Okay, damn.
Donkey Kong's different. Donkey Kong is like, it's a different feeling. Donkey Kong is the adventurous part of all of it. Like, also the music is brilliant.
Oh,
in Donkey Kong Country, it's like the best.
That was gonna be my next.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the best. That aligns more with the rest of the things that I do. Like, originally for my album, the impromptu cover before we found the actual cover for the album was Donkey Kong Country. It was a screenshot from one of their artworks.
That would have been lit.
So good.
Is that the best video game music?
I think so. Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about video games, like, as a kid, like, connected with you the most? Because I'm also a video game guy.
Yeah, right. I'd have to ask you the same.
I think for me, personally, it was a way for me to, like, not escape, but, like, I really wasn't an outside guy.
Right.
Like, me and my brother didn't really go outside and, like, play around outside.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, I was, like, an athlete, that wasn't, like, how I wanted to spend my time.
Yeah,
I
right.
wanted to play Dragon Ball Z. I wanted to play Sonic. I wanted to play Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
It was just, like, it was, like, a totally different world that
You're
I can kind
this with the
of...
controllers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know what it is.
And it was just a way for me to be competitive, but also, like, be in a different world and just, like, be... dominant.
Yeah,
you know?
That's
it was
what
like
it is.
it's just being dominant.
That's what it is. Also, I sucked at any sport. That wasn't me. We have a thing. I don't know if you guys do shot put in America.
Yeah.
But that was the only, like, sports day, just put him in for shot put, call it a day. That was it. That was the only
Damn.
like, he'll figure that out. I sucked at everything. So, like, when I go home, it was like, that's the place where I'm like, no one can touch me in this. This is me. And this is before I discovered music. So my mantra for my whole life up until I discovered music, or at least until I became an artist, was get by with the least effort possible and get moderate results and you'll be okay. Just
Really?
like smooth sailing was always my, like, this is my way. But video games was the only thing that I knew where for some reason that mindset wouldn't track. Everything else was that. No matter what it was, it doesn't matter. English, maths, whatever school thing, anything else was always just like, just do the least effort and you'll be all right. Video games I was in. I had to be the best. I had to learn the most efficient way. What are the best combos for this character? I'm going to sit there, I'm going to study him. I'll be in a training room for hours. Or, like, whenever we're playing games with my friends, one of the things I'd love to do if we started playing a game together, like, for the first time, is by the time they would go to bed, I'd stay up until like 4 a.m. Figure it out. So when they come back the next day, it's not even a game. It's just like, what are you doing? I'm just here. I'm doing this.
I think I agree so much because I started video games when I was like 4 or 5. And so I would play like people that were older than me because they obviously had the game.
Yeah.
And so they would beat me the first day.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
While y'all sleep, 3 a.m. A-B.
I'm ready.
I'm like, and then the next day I'd be like, hey, let's run the game
Doing
again.
the whole thing.
Dominates.
I realized quick when I was a kid that, like, my older cousins, they were just better than me because they had the console. So I never had the consoles. So I remember when my cousins had like a PS3, I ain't have nothing. So it was like when I go to their house, I'd be like, let me get my my timing.
Yeah.
Because also I had it in me. I was like, I know if I had my own, this wouldn't be a competition.
It wouldn't even be close.
This is what
bro.
I'm pissed.
It wouldn't even be close.
I used to get so tight when I was like 5. So I remember once I went to my dad. I was like, Dad, you got to get me a PlayStation. Like, I need to whatever get in the. And he went to this one day. I came out from school and he was like, I got you the PlayStation. I was like, no way. And I go in the house. It's a PS1. I was like, bro.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same at all.
Also, the whole time he was gassing away, he was like, yo, I got it for £40. I was like, how'd you get a PS3 £40? 2007. How did you do that?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, got it, man. You didn't even know. Watch, I'm your dad. I know these things. He went and got me a. He did this several times in my life. It was hilarious. Like one time when I went to get, I was like, Dad, I really want an Xbox. And I had a Wii. He was like, I got him. I get you an Xbox. I left for school. I came back. He's like, I got you the Xbox. I was like, amazing. He actually got me the right one. Because also, I learned from the last mistake. Don't get too excited till you see it.
Yeah.
I saw the 360. I was like, sick. I got the Xbox. And then it was only a couple of days later when I realized that he'd actually sold all of my Wii games
No.
to get the Xbox. I was like, what is this?
What am I going to play?
Like a monkey paw. Like a weird, like you wish for it, but like don't get too excited because there's always a cost to what's going on. I was like, Dad, did you sell my Wii games to get the Xbox? He was like, yeah. I was like, what did you spend? Like, what?
You spent nothing.
You spent nothing.
Yeah, you just
like. Well, I mean, I'm so happy, I guess. But like, what do you mean? I had to lose that? It was crazy. It's so funny. But I was in as soon as I got my console at home. Like my cousins, it was over. Doesn't matter if you were 17 and I was 7. I'd come in and be like, let's go.
Yeah, like
I'm serious about this.
This is where I'm dominant. But going back to what you were saying about least amount of effort possible and just like stay in the middle, stay average. Was that something that you just felt the most comfortable with? Like whenever so you never tried to like push yourself in athletics or academics because it just felt uncomfortable?
It kind of just felt like, what was the point? You know, I feel like there was just a level of now I know in retrospect, I just hadn't found my lane yet.
Yeah.
Something I can apply myself to. But as a kid, it was like, all I want to do is go home and play video games or read my manga or do whatever. The things that actually like excited me. So these things are in the way. So if I put more effort in these things, that means putting more time into them, which means taking longer to get home, which means da-da-da-da-da. So it was only until later on in my life, like I was really into art at a certain point. And then I'll kind of start putting a bit more effort in things and staying behind after school and just being with my friends. But for a long time, it was like just whatever gets me home. That's all that mattered.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense because I'm also a similar way until I found sports and video games.
Right.
Those are the only thing. Like I was good at school, but it was just because like I don't want to sound like super smart. It was like common sense at a certain point where it was like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? 4 + 4 = 8. But like, I'm kind of excited to go home and like whoop ass and like NCAA.
What's happening here? Yeah.
You know? Let's talk about school though. There was the 4-chord project.
Yes.
And so you sung Michael Jackson.
I did.
In your family, because you had the afro, they were calling you like Michael Jackson.
I wish it was my family. It was the whole school. Basically, we'd recorded this video, without my whatever. We recorded a video of me singing "Man in the Mirror," which the world will see one day. It was on a Thursday. I left. Friday happened, and then by the time I came back on Monday, my music teacher had showed it to every single other class as an example for the 4-chord project.
Yeah.
This is the thing. So me being one of 3 black kids in my whole school.
Yeah.
I had a little afro situation. They were like, that's Michael Jackson kid. So then I used to get pressed. So I came back on a Monday and it was over. Everywhere I went, oh, Michael Jackson kid. I was like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And it's I don't know if you know, but the most terrifying breed of human are year 9 girls. It's the most terrifying, especially when you're younger, when you're like year 7.
Yeah.
You just see these like, yo, coming in. No, like, what you saying? Like, no way. Like, so Michael Jackson, he's so cute though. Like, he's so cute. Like, da-da-da. I think you come sing for us. And became the thing. People would find me, older kids would find me in the school. They would corner me. They go, sing for us.
That's
crazy. It was a wild.
That's crazy.
I realized now it was like this weird microcosm of what would then happen with the D'Angelo and the Untitled thing, and then becoming my career. But it was like I remember when the D'Angelo stuff happened, and my career kind of started in a weird impromptu way. Kind of the same thing when like we recorded the video, I went to sleep, I woke up, it was viral, what's happening, what's going on, let's deal with this. As it was happening, I was like, this feels familiar. Like, where did this happen before? And I was like, oh shit, that was that.
Yeah.
Happening now in a bigger scale. But because I dealt with it then in a way, because at school, like school's a brutal environment.
It's weird.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane that we just go, yeah, go, like send your children to this place.
Just drop them off at some strangers,
it's insane.
you know?
Like in his place, everyone is like, it's like prison.
Kind of.
Prison dynamics, prison politics is the same as school politics. It's the exact same shit. It's wild. But I knew because I made it through that, I think this will be okay. That was kind of my thought.
How did you feel as a kid when people were like kind of corner you at like did y'all have recess?
Yeah.
They cornered you at like recess and was like, sing for us. How did you feel? Did you feel like, okay, like confident, or were you like, all right guys, this is kind of weird?
Here's the thing, because I have a thing where I'm very objective towards things, where it's like I am good at singing. I've just found out, because I didn't know I was until that point. Because I just thought everyone could copy what they heard on the radio or whatever they would.
Yeah.
They just copy it. It's right there. Like, what are you doing? So when people were like, you can sing, I was like, okay, great. So I can sing. I'm going to figure this out. So then when people started pressuring me, I was like, well, I guess it's my job. Like, you just gotta,
just entertain.
I guess I've just got to do this now. Like, this is just what I'm going to do. I'm going to sing and it'll be fine. Just sing a little part. Sing Neo or something. Just like go for it. And then move on. I kind of always was, it's kind of the similar to the whole do the least effort and move on. Was like, if I just sing a hook, they'll leave me alone. Yeah. And I'll carry on. So this became like a thing where it almost, like, I never got paid for it actually, which kind of sucks, but that became the...
You could have hustled lunch.
You
could have hustled school lunch.
I never had that. I had my mate. My mate Tristan, he had the money making. He used to sell sweets. But the crazy part was, it's crazy, I'm baiting him out actually right now. His mum used to own the corner shop.
Okay.
So what he used to do was, instead of having an agreement with his mum, he used to steal his mum's product.
Smart.
Crazy.
Smart
but crazy. Because everybody can't be like, bruv, why are you stealing from your mum? Like, how are you robbing your mum to make profit? Be like, it's way more profit, man. What are you talking about? I got everything.
Yeah.
He used to sell like 10p lollipops in the playground for a pound.
Prison.
I was like, what are you talking? Prison. You see what I'm saying?
Prison, dog.
And you'd be like, I know that's not that much because I bought it this morning. You'd be like, well, where are you going to buy it from now?
Me.
Who are you going to get it from now? Me.
I'm the supplier.
So do you want it or not?
Come on.
It was crazy. But there was times, I remember this one time, Mr. Mullen, the PE teacher here, he happened to catch us mid-transaction. But just around the corner, so he didn't see what happened. But it was just enough time for us to shove the things in our mouth and hide it under our tongue. And I was like, it's literally prison.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's
contraband.
prison.
That's contraband.
That's contraband.
Yeah,
and he's like grilling us. He's like, who's da-da-da-da? And I'm just there like, nah, open your mouth. It's like plastic cutting the bottom of my tongue.
Yeah.
It was crazy times. It was wild.
That's insane. So, going back to singing though, has singing just always been effortless for you?
It seems like it.
Yeah. Yo, that's flow state.
It kind of. I realize now in retrospect. I watch old videos of me singing. I'm like, I sucked. Like, and I'm not the kind of person that goes, oh, I was bad. No, when I tell you I'm bad, I was bad.
Okay.
I'm not playing. I'm not sugarcoating. I was a bad singer. But at the time, I was just having a good time, and and I think that's kind of what helped me get to the point where I'm at now, where I just didn't stop singing. No matter, I didn't care. And I kind of, because I had that reputation of being the singer in my small area, I always had enough confidence that even if I think now I sounded bad back then, I never stopped.
Yeah.
I just kept going. And I just kept, it's like the chameleon effect. Like I learned how to sing. I never had a singing teacher, nothing. It was just, what's Stevie doing on that record? I'm going to copy it until it sounds exactly the same. I'm basically impersonating Stevie and Tank and Joe and all these guys. I just keep going, repetitiveness, until I got to the point where now I caught up and go, okay, I think I'm good now.
See, I never got there.
No.
I had the same thing where I went to a private school where I was like one of like 5 black kids.
Yeah,
it was so like I felt I was in a weird position where I was like too black for the white kids and then not black enough for like
That's my whole life.
the black kids.
That's my whole life.
And so like I was in a weird spot, and so I think that's like where video games helped me out a lot too, because I was just like, then I'd just be going to the crib and I'd just be myself.
Yeah.
But then when I would go in like social spaces, like I would go to like football games or like I would try to like go out, I would talk about things and they'd be like, talking about anime, like what the, you know what I'm saying? And then I would go like with my white friends, and then I'd talk about like I talk about like D'Angelo.
Yeah,
I talk
yeah.
about like Stevie Wonder, and they were
I have
like,
no idea.
Jonas Brothers.
That's my whole life. Yeah.
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 I like took in a lot of music. I took in a lot of video games because I listened to video games when I was playing. When I listened to music when I was playing video games.
Yeah, right.
I just could never sing, and so I just started making playlists.
Yeah, right.
And I think that's also kind of how I became an old soul. Just because I think Stevie Wonder is just one of those artists that you can kind of like just relax to. It's such comfort music. And so when you were talking about Stevie Wonder and D'Angelo, like I understand what it feels like to kind of like be reclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now.
Perfect segue.
And just escape into the music and try to like copy what was going on, but I just could never sing. You know?
I feel like I had the same childhood.
I truly do think so.
The same childhood.
I really do think so. But coming up from childhood, let's talk about how the Elmiene whole thing happened. Basically, I was doing my research, and it was your roommate. You were like singing around the house, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you out the house, and we're just gonna record you doing this acoustic."
Absolutely.
And again, this kind of ties into the whole theme of just like effortless flow for you. You did a couple of them, and then you did the D'Angelo one.
Yep.
But what I found interesting was that you said in an interview, like, let's go do Elmiene. Like, Elmiene, like, was a character almost.
Yeah.
Did that feel like a identity shift, or was it just, like, a different part of you, or was it just, like, you?
It was just, I realize now, it was me discovering a part of me that was actually motivated to do anything.
Okay.
That's what Elmiene was.
Yeah.
Elmiene was Abdallah, but motivated to do something because I was just doing something I enjoyed. So that was the bridge, because normal me was just not. Like, I remember, I still do this to this day, actually. Like, I used to sleep on the sofa for some reason. I had a bed. I would just sleep.
I was saying this yesterday,
yeah, it's
bro.
crazy. I don't know what it means, but I remember it was in uni. I was there. I lived with my housemates. I had my own room and a bed, but I would just sleep on the sofa. That was just the place. I slept better on the sofa. I slept on the sofa 2 nights in a row this week. I've just moved to the house. I have a whole yard and a bed, 2 beds. I'm sleeping on the sofa downstairs. I don't know what it is, but like that, I don't know what it is about that state of being, but it felt really intertwined to the kind of less motivated version of myself that was just like, I mean, this will do, I guess. Like, I feel like that's what the sofa is to me. It was like, I can't be bothered to go upstairs. This will do. But it was that mindset, always falling into that when I started becoming Elmiene, it was like, you can't do that because you're here and you're doing a thing. You literally cannot slouch, you're doing it. And then when it became an actual thing, it's like, okay, you're in London now. You got to go and do it.
Yeah.
You're doing a show. Doesn't matter how tired you are, just go and do the show. Go do it, figure it out. And I was like, wow, I started learning more about myself because I didn't know I had it in me. Eventually, they overlapped and it became one thing. It's just me. But at one point, it was the only thing that was keeping me. I was just discovering. Elmiene was a way for me to discover a motivated version of myself.
Was there a part of you that became more confident when people like gave you like positive feedback? So like if you say flashback to when you were doing the acoustics and even flashback to like as a kid, if you didn't get like positive praise, do you think you would have never sung?
I always wonder if that Michael Jackson stuff didn't happen when I was 11, would I have sung as much alone? Because after that happened, it kind of unlocked something in me where I was like, oh, I'm good at something. Let me really figure this out. The same as the video games where it's like, oh, I think I'm kind of good at this. I'm going to go and train until 4 a.m. It's the same with music. I'll just be singing all the time. Then just discovering new music all the time. Also just like growing up in the age of like Spotify and streaming, like everything is just right there in your hand. It doesn't matter. You don't need to go to the record. You don't have to have money. You don't have nothing. All you have to do is just search it up and go. And it was also, I mean, that was just the best part. It was just endless. It was like this endless treasure that, especially being from Oxford where no one else knows about no R&B. No one, even my family, like they introduced me to like what was cool at the time in like 2007 was Usher or whatever was going on at the time, but no one wanted to go. None of my family was like, oh, Jodeci, like that wasn't a thing. It didn't exist. So it felt like my own personal little like world I was going into that no one. Like I used to play a game where I would go to certain streets and I would play like a H-Town song and I'll be like, I'm the first in human history to listen to Knockin' the Boots by H-Town. in this exact street. I know it for a fact.
Yeah.
I'm the first person in history. I used to get a kick out of that. And I go to loads of streets and being like, no one's played this Tank song in this in this corner of the world. There's no chance. And it was just beautiful. I was like, man, it just made me want to listen to more. And I was like, this is my thing, because no one knows about it. Which is even another big part of when I became Elmiene, and I started getting attention from the internet. People commenting on my covers of songs that I only sang to myself, and none of my friends knew what they were. And suddenly people being like, man, you should do this song. And I was like, oh my God, do you guys know Mint Condition too? They're like, yeah, of course you know Mint Condition. And then when I came to the States, it was even more so. Like, I'm doing shows. And then I used to, for a long time, used to do this thing where in between all my songs, I would just sing other R&B songs, like B-sides. Because I was just I couldn't believe that anyone else knew this music as well as I did. I just started singing like some Silk tunes that I used to love, or like whatever, just going, and then people were just singing it back to me. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, my bedroom has just become this much bigger.
Bro, this is weird how much I resonate with this.
Yeah, right.
In a weird way, because again, when I was doing when I started doing the music curation thing, I would do deep dives on Spotify, go to the artist, go to the song credits, look up the person in the song credits, or go to like the similar artists, go down, make a radio, listen to a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I still take so much pride in being like, yo, I know about this artist and nobody knows about him yet. And like, I'm gonna post about him, and then they're gonna like go crazy, and people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, how'd you find this? I'll be like, listen guys, it's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
But for me, it was stupid because it was like big artists.
Yeah.
People know who Keith Sweat is.
Yeah.
But in Oxford, not in my generation, when I'm a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
In whatever Matthew Arnold school in West Oxford, no one knows what the hell Keith Sweat is. So I'm going to school listening to Twisted. That's the funniest part about all of it, is when I talk to people that I work with, people older than me, and like we're talking about music, whatever, and I go, man, when I was 13, I was obsessed with Keith Sweat. And they go, I was obsessed with Keith Sweat at 13. What are you talking about? Yeah. And I'll be like, it's just I got there at that time.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that also changed my mindset around music, whether something's old or new, or that whole understanding of like, why would you listen to that? That's old. Or why would you do that? All that music was new to me. It might as well have come out yesterday. As soon as I started hearing, like when I listened to that first, my favorite 90s album, I'm gonna ask you this as well. What's your favorite 90s R&B album?
Yeah.
Joe's All That I Am is like my top.
Come on, man.
My top.
Come
when
on,
I
man.
first found that, I think I was 14. That was the newest album that came out. That might as well come out on that Friday. And I was like, yo.
Because every song is just like a banger.
I was like, this is crazy. Like,
Bro.
What am I going? Like, what? I miss your smiling face, the smell of your perfume. Like, what? I was like, yo, what is going on?
Man. To counteract that, that Brandy album, the first Brandy album.
Ridiculous.
That might be my favorite 90s album.
Wow.
When I heard Don't Know What I Cannot Do Without You. I was like, yo. I remember I was listening to it on the bus, and I was like, I genuinely listened to it, and I was looking around. I was like, bro, like nobody.
Yeah, no one. Yeah.
Like, what?
Why is no one?
This is insane.
I felt when I first heard D'Angelo's Lady.
Like, bruh.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that riff. And it's the whole song. And then when I got into Brown Sugar, I was like, what is this?
When We Get By.
When we get,
bro.
When we get by, when we get by, when we get, what's going on?
Bro.
Yo, what?
Like,
and also that then just, because my obsession with it was even more so because there was a really good phase where I got really into samples and then finding the sample and then going from there. Well, like I remember like hearing Usher Superstar and being like, where does that come from? And going back. Or like listening to like Jaheim, Put That Woman First, and being like, who did that first? Oh, William Bell.
Yeah.
Who's that? Let's go down that hole. And it was just this back and forth through time. That me being in like 2015, 16, I was like, I had the privilege of looking through all of it. I was like, whoa, like what is this? What kind of, like only that era could I have been born in to have this much an adventure with all of it and just be able to go from here to here, to go to Stevie, to go back to Usher, to go back there, to go back to like Jaheim, to go back to like Carl Thomas, like just
yeah. That is one thing that that me and my dad connect on to this day is he's always been like a sample guy.
Yeah, right.
So like whenever like a new song would play or like he would let me get the aux, and I would play something in the car, he'd be like, "Oh, that's a sample," and he would literally stop the music and be like, "Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out."
Figure this one out.
And we would have to wait for like 5 minutes for him to find a different sample, and so I kind of got that bug as well, and that's what kind of helped me learn about like artists in the 60s and 70s more, like Lil Beaver, like Sam Cooke, like all of those different type of artists, and because they were sampled on like newer songs that I really enjoyed. And speaking on that, like the influence of like your parents, like your mom, what is that relationship like with her?
My mom, so funny, because our relationship, and especially when it comes to influence with the music, it was so indirect. Mom doesn't know anything about Western music that much at all. She only knows the voices of the artists that did We Are the World.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's her reference for the whole of music. Is that? So like, I remember once, it's actually hilarious. I couldn't believe this. So she didn't know Stevie Wonder by name, but when I showed her the clip, all this, she was like, "Oh, that's the guy that sang the best part of We Are the World." I'm like, "Yep, that's him." So that's the guy I'm obsessed with. She's like, "Oh, I get it." And I remember one time we went. It was at the Ivor Novello Awards. We were there, and Bruce Springsteen came up and did a song. And Mom heard his voice and went, "Oh,
light switch.
Abdullah, was he the one in We Are the World?" I was like, "He is." I was like, "Wow, yeah, like exactly what it is." So Mom's ear has always been very good, but she was always singing around the house Sudanese music, and that was kind of where the singing as just a thing kind of came from her. Just always singing around the house. She just did this game where like whenever I would say things, she would find a word, like word association, and just start singing one of her Sudanese songs. And he sort of pissed me off because whenever, and it was always when I'm like, it was like the way to like diffuse me. When I'd be like, "Mom, what is this?" She'd be like, "Da da da." I'd be like, "Wow, how are you doing?" They're like, "What's going on?" But that's kind of how it kind of led into that. And it was also really fun being like, "Mom, listen to this Stevie song. What do you think of this?" She'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is cool." And she's also then now the best and purest feedback on my music. Because she doesn't have the reference. She doesn't understand the references to what she doesn't know what I'm pulling from. Has no idea. She doesn't know who D'Angelo is. I only know Stevie because I brought her into Stevie. Like all these Marvin, whatever it is. So she listens to my music purely as someone who's might as well just discovered music as we know it in the West for the first time. And she always has very interesting insights. Like, "Oh, so when you use this melody, it really makes me feel like this," and like, "Why did?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." And there's really good conversations we have. Like when I sent her my album to listen to, she was like, "Oh yeah, this and that." Oh, da, da, da. And no matter how, sometimes I'd underestimate her and be like, "Oh, this song's too like Cry Against the Wind." I sent her that, and she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, might be too complex or like too loud for her," and she was like, "No, I understand the shift and the da 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 da." And I was like, "Oh wow, okay."
Her ears getting pure.
Yeah, she knows what it is.
Yeah. And she's always been a supporter of music.
Absolutely.
That's so dope. I think once listening to your story and what you've like explained to me, you being good at music created like an identity, and people continue to support that and support that and support that. And I think now like you feel fully confident in the music thing because you put the work in as well. Very similar to video games. Like I was the most confident person in the world when I played somebody else because I know I practiced this. Like I know like I'm really good. And so I can sense that from you. And whenever you're performing like now, is there any nerves, any performance anxiety?
When I'm on the stage, I'm having a great time. I love when I'm on the stage. But it's like this amnesia thing. As soon as I leave the stage, I forget how much I had fun on the stage. And then I dread being on the stage.
Really?
I hate everything leading up to the stage. I hate the morning of a show day. I hate the going to the venue. I hate sitting around in the green room. All of that, I'm like, "Oh, this is long. Like, just get me to it. Let me do it." But then when I'm there, I'm like, "Wow, this is brilliant. I could be here." I always end up pushing over time or like doing because I'm just having a great time. But everything before it, I'm like, this is the worst thing, which probably is definitely a combination of some sort of nerves leading up to it. But I'm also just at the same time, like you said, I'm always like, I know I'm gonna kill it every time. I've never done a bad show, even with a lost voice. I've done great shows. I would prefer it if you told me, and my manager said this, he was like, I bet you would love it if right now it would be 6 p.m. and I just told you, by the way, you have a 5,000 cap show to do it in 5 minutes. I'd be like, great, let's go.
Best thing ever.
I would love that. Let's go. Let's do it now. I'm ready. We just go do it. That would be the ideal. If I had no idea, obviously that can't be a thing. But if I had no idea anything was happening, and I was just exist, because I love being with like my band and like my mates, and like we all talk together, do it all. If I just didn't know, out of 10, I'd be like, okay, great, you got to come in 5 minutes. Oh, great, okay, cool, let's go. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Spontaneous, do it. Leave and be like, oh, that was brilliant. Love that. I just hate everything up to it. I hate even knowing that I have these tour dates in 3-4 months.
Yeah.
And be like, oh man, like this is gonna suck. Like, what am I gonna do? And then it gets to it, and then it's fine. As soon as I'm on stage, it's all fine.
Yeah.
As soon as I leave, I'm like, that was great. And then the next morning, I'm like, fuck, we gotta go again, and like stuff.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
That's crazy because, again, you were saying that you look at things so objectively. It's surprising to me that you wouldn't look at this objectively and be like, hey, like, I know I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be fine.
It's bizarre.
Is there anything that you do to, like, ever calm yourself down? Or are you just like, I'm just going to be nervous until I step out there?
I just let it. There are times where, and I've recently been tapping into some sort of, like, a good part of me. I think I'm getting there.
Oh,
like
good.
the last, like I think the show in Brixton I did, where the build up wasn't that deep. Like I let myself exist as if nothing else was going on until showtime. Whereas before I used to basically be, the whole day has been sacrificed for that 1.5 hours or however long the show is.
Mm-hmm.
From morning till that time happens, everything doesn't matter. I'm not even eating right because I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Why should I eat? I have a show tonight. Or like, I can't play video games. I have a show tonight. Even though I have, especially when I lived in London, like I have ample time. I'm in my own house, but I still I would get up. I'm like, oh, it's all for the show. I can't. But now I suddenly started like letting myself just go and like if someone calls me and goes, you want to go for lunch? And it's a show day, I'll just do it. Whereas before I used to just be like, I can't go for lunch because I have a show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what are you talking about? You have 9 hours till showtime. I'd be like, no, I know, but I can't.
Yeah, you're just like creating the pressure in your mind almost.
And even if I do go to lunch, I'll just be thinking about it the whole time, being like, this would be so much better if I didn't have a show tonight. But like, isn't this fun? It is, but I wish I didn't have a show tonight. That was always my thought behind it. But then now it's more, I'm starting to learn how to just be like, oh yeah, we do this, and I'll do a show later, and then I'll come back, and it'll all be the same.
I agree so much. Like, because like if I have an interview, for example, I'll be thinking so much about the interview the whole day. Or if I have to go act or something like that, I'll be like, I'm not doing anything until I get it done. As soon as it's done, I get this sense of like relief.
Yeah, complete.
And then it would be like, oh, I have an interview in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then it's like starting to build back up again. But it's literally just like creating this thing in your mind.
Yeah.
That's not even real, and it just takes me out of being present.
That's what it is, and I think that's what ruins it, because it just feels like, yeah, you're ruining the whole thing by focusing on it as much. But yeah, it's fun, and now I'm getting it.
So much fun.
It's a good time.
It's so
That's really all
fun.
it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm realizing people are paying me to just go and have a good time on stage and do what I love to do. Like it's fine. It's so fine.
It's recess, bro.
Yeah, like it's
literally
so cool.
recess.
Especially when I know that I'm not gonna mess up. Like I have built that into my head that I know I'm not gonna mess up. It's fine. It's impossible. I've said it to some of my band members, like, guys, it's impossible for you to mess up. It's okay. It doesn't matter. No one cares. Because overall, we're going to have a good time and have a great show.
What's your favorite song to perform?
I do like performing light work. Light work is really fun to perform.
Listen, background vocals. Give me some BGVs.
It's so fun. That one's really fun to perform because I'm always like, man, I can't believe I even have this song in my repertoire. Like, it's such a good... Because a lot of my songs are like almost all like on a more lower tempo or whatever, then that song comes on. I'm like, oh, this is my song? This is amazing. That, recently, it's been really fun to perform Useless. Because that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And suddenly it was like a show favorite. Or like I'm going on the show and I'm doing Useless. And it's
You didn't
like,
expect it?
I didn't at all, not at all. That song
Really?
was a joke. I wrote it as a joke. It was a complete joke. I was just like, even the riff, it's stupid.
Early. Yeah.
The dumbest riff
Yo.
you could ever do. In fact, I did it on the mic and the producer Jeff Gitty was like, that's it. I was like, no, it's not. I was joking doing a thing before I was going to do a proper one.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no, that's it. I was like, what are you talking? I'm half yodeling. I'm doing some crazy shit. I'm like, what's happening? And even the whole song was me. I was on the keys, messing around. I was like, I took a shower with my clothes on. And it was me actually saying, how stupid. That's the bit. I was like, what are you talking about? Went to sleep with all the lights on. How stupid. What are you on about? So when it came out, even that whole Heat the Streets thing, because that came as a big surprise, because it wasn't meant to happen until it happened. It was like 2 weeks. So I wrote about 5 of the songs on Heat the Streets in about a week and a half space. It was in the middle of writing my actual album, and it was just kind of like sessions that I tried to just, because my album is very personal, so these were sessions I would just kind of just be in for the sake of it, just having fun, writing whatever R&B music that I feel like I didn't have a chance to write on my project. And then we kind of looked at the 5 songs, and I was like, they kind of go together, and they don't go on the album. And it was like, why do we have to just do why can't we maybe we should just give it its own light? And it was our manager's idea where they were just like, oh yeah, like, we just put these songs together, by the way, on Untitled on a playlist, and it sounded kind of good. What do you think? And I was like, sure. They're like, we could release it next week. And I was like, sure. And then we found other songs that I'd made that I also didn't find a home for. That also felt like Miss Hot July was a song I wrote about a year before.
Favorites.
I love that song. But we never knew where to put it because it didn't feel right on where the album was shaping up to be. So I was like, I'll just put that here maybe. And then I found Capable with another song that I really loved that I had written about 2 years before. And I was like, maybe that can go in here. And then it became this really fun game of invigorating songs that I'd loved at one point and just kind of fell onto the wayside because we moved on to other things. I was like, oh, we could bring that here and bring that here, and then suddenly it was like, whoa, is this a project? And then for it to come out and then the response to Useless, I was like, oh, what is it? What is this?
And that opening run, that's almost like a parody of what like a 90s run, like a 90s Drew Hill run would be like, or like a Trace, you trying to make fun of Trey Songz.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
Me just being like, I'm gonna just do this. Even the song was like, this is a stupid song. Like, through the damn piano, like all the whole thing was like, what is this? Like, what are we doing? But it was just, the fun, I guess, was infectious enough when people heard it. I was like, oh my God, like, he took a shower with his clothes on. I'm like, what? It makes you rethink the amount of effort I put in anything else, because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Again, though, it's effortless flow state. If you put the work in and like you're confident in what you do, you're naturally talented. When you don't overthink it, just put it out there.
Yeah, just let it.
And I think about that with like videos and content and stuff like that. The ones where it's just like, oh, let me just pull my phone up and send it out.
Yeah. that's the one.
500K, million. It's just like
insane. It's the same as the entire, really, it's the lesson that the world has been trying to teach me. My whole time as an artist is from the beginning of it was an accident. Like I hated the Untitled video, and I told my housemate Isla that recorded it, I was like, delete that, it's not that good, I can do a better one. She was like, no, let's just post it. Like, who cares? It's literally just, we have 50 followers, it's our family and friends. Just post it. Who cares? And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I just had this pressure because Untitled was my favorite song at the time. D'Angelo's my favorite artist, so I was like, no, I could do a better one. Like, she's like, oh, whatever. I was like, you just go ahead, do it. She convinced me to do it. And then what happened. If I deleted it, like literally, that's the insane part. If she just listened to me, none of this would have happened.
Bro, it's so crazy when you zoom out of life, like how many different things just line up.
Yeah.
And that ties me to like your whole family. Like your mom traveling to England, and you were talking in an interview of almost, I call it survivor's remorse.
Yeah, you're right.
Where like you feel guilty for the success you have.
Absolutely.
When like other people in your family don't have the same even opportunities. And it's just so crazy how life just works. Like a slight left turn or slight right turn is what sets you up for the highway.
For the rest of because it's just one, like, it was never in sight. I never wanted to be a musician, ever. It was never even a thought in my head. It was just something that I liked as a hobby. I like these songs, and I like the way they sound, and I like to sing them because it's fun. So when that happened, and it kind of made it a reality, like, I remember when I woke up the next morning, like, I remember looking at my phone, and I was, like, shaking. I was like, what is this? What is this? Oh, is this me? Because I remember as well, it was, like, 8 a.m. the next day. Questlove had reposted it. And that's kind of what made it go even crazier, where I was like, hold on, so D'Angelo and the Soulquarians, they're my heroes. And without me, I remember I was even a little bit pissed off because I was like, I've not done anything yet. Why are you giving me recognition? Like, well, hold on. Because basically is what forced me to want to be a musician. I was like, wait a second. That was an accident. Maybe I do want to be a musician because there seems to be a part of me that wants to prove myself. Now that I've gotten the look and it feels it's real, it can happen. I'm like, wait, let me try actually before. I haven't even written a song yet. Like, what do you mean? It felt like it was premature. So then when I got into it, I was like, oh man, it's insane. Yeah, it's a wild thing. Critical point. So many points as well. Like, especially after a viral video, people will tell you that have had that experience. It's like the worst and best time of your life.
Yeah.
Those like days and weeks, they feel like years. Especially because I remember the video happened, and then within the next day we had emails from labels and people wanted to get on the phone, and like hundreds of DMs from like would-be managers and like A&Rs and all these words that I have no idea what they mean. And that's what makes it the worst, because it's obviously exciting because your phone's blowing up and the world is responding to something. But it's terrifying because you also just know, how do you prepare yourself for this? You never prepare yourself for this. It doesn't make sense. It's not, you can't prepare yourself for it. So you can't look at it and like, I remember having a couple phone calls with some of these labels and just me thinking, I was like, what do these guys want from me? I'm not going to be an artist, shortly. I just did a video singing another song. You don't even know if I can write music. You have no idea. Like, what does this mean? I remember thinking, being like, does this mean I have to take like dance lessons or something? Like, what is
You're gonna be ushered?
Yeah, like that's my reference for artists. Like, I'm the D'Angelo, topless in the video, or I'm Usher dancing. I'm not blind like Stevie, so I always thought like maybe he got a hall pass because he was blind.
He definitely did.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They can't teach Stevie choreo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't do it. So I was like, man, he's lucky. Like, he can do that. I was like, wow, there's no way. Like, what are you talking to me for? It was insane. It was bizarre. And the only like kind of guiding light through it all was through the kind of hundreds of people that were talking to me at the time. It was when I found my manager, Scott, it was him going, I love that Voodoo album. I was like, you know the Voodoo album? He was like, of course I know the Voodoo album. I was like, are there other people like you who know the Voodoo album? And he was like, yeah, the Voodoo album. I was like, oh shit. People know this too. There's a world that I can walk into where I don't sound like I'm speaking alien talk, and I can just be. And I was like, that's where it was. Especially when we were talking about like being too black for these and being too white for these, and then finding this weird. And I was like, oh, hold on, this might be a world where I am allowed to be, not just allowed to be me, but like thrive in it. And that being the leading, guiding appeal of the whole thing is, oh, it's just him doing the thing, loving the music he's always loved, playing the game he's always played, the whole thing. I was like, oh.
Yes,
maybe I should try this. Maybe I should go for it and go to London and see what happens.
Again, I agree, because music allowed me the space to be weird and be like nerdy.
Yeah, you're right.
And it still be cool because it's like I'm in a group where it's accepted.
Yeah, right.
Like I remember when I was a kid and I would listen to like production and I like have this thing where like I like drum it out or like I move my finger. Like I can't not move when I hear something crazy. And I remember my friend would be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And I would be like, I don't know. This is just kind of like what I do. And then when I started posting about music, like it was similar to you. I posted like one video that like blew up overnight. And then people are like talking to me about like, you should be an A&R and you should be a blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, I play football. I don't know anything about like all of this stuff. What does that even mean? I just like these songs. I don't even know song structure. I didn't know what a chord was. I didn't know what a bridge was. Yeah, right. I just like this stuff. And so when people were like telling me about like all of the things that I should do, I had imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Where it's like I would get invited to events or like people would invite me to shows and I would be like, yo, like I don't even know if I deserve to be here.
Yeah, right.
Because like I just really love music, but like I don't know like all the technical stuff that you guys are talking about.
Absolutely.
And so did you feel that?
Absolutely. I remember like being invited to the first show I ever went to. There was this band called Gabriel's, and one of the people that wanted to work with me used to manage them. I remember I went. I was just seeing them on the stage. And if you ever listen to their music or see their videos, like they look like professionals. Like the lead singer is just like a monster moving, and he has the face and he has the thing, and I was like, am I supposed to do that one day? That's insane now. Like how, and his voice was done like, and I was like, what am I doing here actually? I remember sitting there, people talking to me, being like, oh yeah, man, like this, and da-da-da. Especially when like, yo, I mean, money is a terrifying conversation. When you don't come from money, money is scary.
Yeah. You don't even know how to, bro, I don't even know how to negotiate
How do I
anything.
negotiate? How do I talk? I remember one time, one of the people came up to me one of those days. This is during the first, maybe it's not even 2 weeks since the video went viral. So I'm 2 weeks into this. I basically packed up my bags and went. So my housemate Isla's older sister lived in London. So we went and we stayed on our couch in Brixton. We didn't know what we were doing. We just went to meet with some people that DM'd us and then just see where the world took us. We met some people, whatever. 2 weeks later, one of the guys comes up to me and he hears that other people are interested in me as well. So one time he meets us for lunch and he goes, how much do you want? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, how much do you want? I'll give it to you right now. How much do you want? And I remember it was purely instinct that made me go, this is wrong.
Yeah, too easy.
This is wrong. Something's off with this conversation. Because what am I supposed to tell you? I could have told him, give me £2,000. And he would have gone, absolutely. Sign the contract. And me being broke, minus £2-3 in my account. And in London, my mum belling me up being like, why aren't you in university? I still had my final year, I just started. What are you doing in London? I was like, I don't know, something's happening. And then this person coming up to me being like, how much do you want? I had every reason to go. Even my mum would have said, take it. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you offer you? What, 10 grand? Take
Yeah.
it. That's incredible. I've never seen that money in my life. Take it, 10,000, whatever. And he would have been ecstatic and been like, brilliant, did it, done. But it's just scary. It's a scary, scary world. And there's a lot of moments where you're like, I don't know how I'm sat in these rooms, in these tables, talking to these people. And I also remember it and laugh now, because now that I am comfortable enough in my own skin and place in the world to kind of walk in and be like, yeah, I belong here. I never forget looking back being like, man, I remember being that kid that walked in. It was just like, this is way beyond me, like completely beyond me. I have no idea what I am doing here with my like weird little jumper and my trackies with like hole in my crotch. I had these one trackies hole in my crotch, and they're only like one of the 2 trackies I packed because I was gone. We were supposed to go for 3 days to London. We ended up there for 3 weeks.
Damn.
So it was just me just washing these
Same joints?
these same joints and putting them back on again. It was a wild time, which made it even more feel like a dream, because you'd go and have these dinners with these A&Rs. And you'd be like, they'd be like, well, get whatever you want. You're like, oh my God, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, like, can I get some pants?
Yeah, like I've not eaten
Yeah.
all day because I ain't had the money to eat. You're just getting this food, you're eating it, you're doing all this stuff. It's so good. I remember one time I went to, it was ASAP Ferg. He came to work with me really early on in my career, like 2022. He was a fan of mine from when the Virgil Golden thing happened, and he came to London. And he put me up in a hotel called The Standard in King's Cross.
Yeah.
Really nice hotel. I'd never been in a hotel before in my life, because my family don't even know. My family don't go on holiday unless there's family there in the location. So you're never in a hotel. I'm in a hotel for the first time. I'm so excited. I go and I walk in the room, and obviously they have all the things, sweets.
Oh, you're lit.
The bathrobes, drinks, creams, ointments, whatever. Things I don't even care about like that. But I was looking, I was like, well, I got to use them now. I'm here. And I remember I took my backpack, my little backpack, and I packed everything in my bag.
Yeah.
I thought everything was free. So I call, because I'm like, well, you pay how much for this room? Of course everything's free. Like, what else are you paying for? And I'm like, call my mum. I was like, Mum, they got all this stuff is free, man. Like, what do you want? She was like, get the bathrobe. And I'm like shoving a bathrobe in my bag. I'm like, this is amazing. This is so good. Not knowing that it's on Ferg's tab. Everything, and when I tell you I cleaned this room out, there was not a drawer I opened. There was portable chargers. I was taking it. I was taking like cream ointments for like eczema treatment. I was like, give me that. Everything was just in my bag, and I left it. My bag was heavy. So I go and I go for a meeting. I meet my managers, and they're like, take your bag off, man. I'm like, yeah, cool. Took my bag off, and he grabbed it and he went, bruv, why is it so heavy? What's in here? I was like, bruv, I just rinsed the whole. He was like, what are you talking about? He opens it and he just looks inside and he sees M&M's next to portable chargers, next to a bathrobe and a towel. He was like, what have you done? I was like, I took it, it's free. He was like, I love you, man.
They gonna charge that to the room.
They charge that to the room. And this is after like Ferg. I saw Ferg and he left. And I always think, I'm like, man, I should probably apologize to him. Because he probably thought like I just came in this room and just went
crazy.
Knowing that it was on his dime. I was like, I don't want him to think that. Oh, no.
Damn. Have you seen him since?
I've seen him since.
And you just never mum's the word.
I was like, hey, man. What's good, man?
He probably didn't even notice it.
He probably didn't even notice. But I just remember being like, I can't believe I did that. Like, that was how uncomfortable and fresh we were in these rooms. I just didn't know. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. I remember the first time I also stole a rope.
Yeah.
I got invited to like it was like a creator convention type of thing. Mm-hmm. And so, first of all, they flew me out. Yeah, I was like, this is the one.
Already crazy.
This is not like first class or anything. Yeah. Just pay for the ticket.
Yeah, absolutely crazy stuff.
And I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, right.
Had the car to pick me up, like had like my name on the thing.
Yeah, the first one it's insane. It's a bizarre feeling.
It's insane.
You never think it'll be you.
Right, right. And so so in football you get recruited.
Right.
They sometimes do it for you. I never really got that because the school that I went to was like driving distance, so I used to just drive there.
Okay.
So this was the first time I've gotten like flown out and like treated like a prince. Amazing. Right? They put me in this hotel. The guy has my name there first. I'm freaking out. Uh-huh. They put me in a hotel. The hotel like has like welcome Cam on there. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is lit.
Yep.
So then immediately take all of my clothes off, see the robe. Yep. I'm in the robe. Take a video of me in the robe, obviously.
Yeah.
Jump on the bed.
Yeah.
Try to scrum through like the snacks, but then I see like on the corner of the thing I see the price tag, and that's the only thing that stopped me from going too crazy.
You would have gone in.
But I was like, if this is how people live all the time, I'm like, I can get very much used to this.
Is insane.
And I still have that rope to this day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. I don't know. I think my mom still has that rope.
Yeah,
still use it and a towel.
They not
and the ointments.
They not tripping
and the portable charger.
Yeah,
yeah. All of it is crazy,
bro. That's so insane. How like in sync.
Yeah,
life has happened. What is your favorite Stevie Wonder album?
So my phone background is Songs in the Key of Life. It's been that for like seven years. So that's been my favorite for a while. But I think my favorite right now is Music on My Mind.
Fire.
I think that's my favorite.
Fire. I was gonna say Inner Visions. Inner Visions is my jump.
Because I could have said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Ask me what time of day, and I'll tell you a different album. Because Inner Visions, at a certain point, I think like 2022, I was obsessed. Because it's just so concise.
Yeah.
It's so perfectly
so
concise.
Good.
And also
it's
just
so
like,
good.
the part that always gets me is when I'm already in it. I've heard Living for the City. I've heard Inner Visions. I've heard Golden Lady. I'm like, man, it's incredible. And then it's when All Is Fair in Love comes on. And I go, we still have this on the album?
Come on.
We still have this on the album?
Are we talking deep cuts?
That's what I'm saying. All is fair in love. As soon as you hear that, I'm like, oh my, I can't believe we have this in the album. And then that leaves, and then you're onto like, oh my God. Then you have He's Mr. Know-It-All, and you're like, that's the ending? Like, what are you going? You're like, oh my God.
It's beautiful. And Stevie he's put out so much music. He has so many just like deep, like, have you heard Fun Day? This is Fun Day, Fun Day. It's off of a movie soundtrack called From Jungle Fever.
The one with these three words.
Yes. This is Fun Day, dude. I was listening to that on the way here, and then there's another one. I have to look at my phone.
I got a yellow.
Because I was cranking this on the way here.
Oh my.
Sweet as Somebody I Know.
Crazy.
Bro.
Crazy. It was like the first. The reason why Music on My Mind became such a. Because I remember a lot of the songs on Music on My Mind I realized I hadn't heard before. When I was looking at the album, I was like, I never heard these songs before. Let me play. When Evil came on, I was like, what? Evil, why have you destroyed so many hearts? Evil, like, what is going on?
How do you come up with that?
It's so good. That's the thing I realize about Stevie. It's like, it's the purity in the songwriting is a genius. Well, he writes like a child discovering the world, which is just the best. That's the best part of all of it. Like, even if he doesn't see, like, there's just the feeling that he has of, like, he sees better than all of us do. Because he just sees it for what it is.
Yeah.
The pure of all. Like, even, like, what is it like? I see us in a park, strolling a summer's day of imaginings in my head. Like, what is going on?
Comforting. It's literally a song hug.
Where were you when I needed you last winter, my love? Like, all these, just like it's so simple.
Like, what?
It's so simple.
It's insane.
You brought some joy inside my tears. Like, all these songs that are just like these phrases.
Like, and even the quicker stuff like Edge of Eternity.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun,
Ridiculous.
dun-dun-dun,
Another star. Like, all
like,
these ridiculous. Dun, 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 dun. Like, even like one of my favorite Stevie songs, I think is really underrated, is Saturn.
Oh my gosh.
That's one of my favorite. Like, what are you talking about?
I need to pull out my phone
Packing
again.
my bags, gone away to a place where the air is clean. On Saturn, people live to be 205. Even the concept again, it's like
Insane. So super creative.
it's so
like
good.
So that brings me to my last point, which is like songwriting, the songwriting aspect. How are you approaching songs? Because you have like a creative writing background. How do you approach songs nowadays? Do you approach it from like previous memories? Are you creating different stories? How do you approach it?
I'm really enjoying the challenge in songwriting, as of really recently, of keeping things as simple as possible. I've been really enjoying that. And also, like, it's almost like a game where I'm like, okay, how simple can I make it? Number one, can a child sing it? And number two, how many ridiculous phrases can I put in where someone sings? Because I find it funny, the thought of people singing these ridiculous phrases. I was writing a song recently where I said, "You're like a bookmark, baby. I find my way back to you every day." Stupid lyric.
Clever though.
That's what, but it's like those little parts, like really, like even like I heard Babyface wrote the song for Drew Hill. These are the times we all wish for. One of the lyrics is "Swallow you like Reese's Pieces." Stupid.
Stupid as hell.
So stupid.
Yeah.
But it's the best.
Yeah.
Or like Jay Valentine wrote on How Could You? He was like, "How could you put him up to the ghetto Kama Sutra?" Stupid. But like those are the lyrics that like people will sing and remember forever. So I've been trying to sneak them in. Like even like reclusive was basically a challenge in that. It's like, how can you make the word reclusive a hook? Like that's the part where I was like, oh, this is fun. Like I'm enjoying this now. 14 days I've been alone. It's like, what is happening? Just exactly autobiographical. Like they're the songs I feel like are the most genius. Like even like the Tony Rich project. I pretended I'm glad you went away. These walls closing more every day. And I'm dying inside. And nobody knows it but me. Incredible. You know everything.
Yeah.
As soon as that last part,
yeah.
And nobody knows it, it kills you. Because it just goes right. You don't need to digest it. Simple fiber. It's like, it goes in, you understand it. Emotional release, and you're there. Babyface is the king of this. Yeah. Let's not wait till the water runs dry. What are we doing?
Like, bro.
We know the deal. I only think of you on 2 occasions. That's day and night. What?
Oh, G?
Come on now.
Like, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man.
It's insane. And honestly, you said something like writing, like if a kid can sing it, the simplicity of that. I didn't even think about that, but that's so true.
That's the genius in all of their writing that makes their songs. That's the difference between a song being like generational music or just cool music that exists within its space. Because I went to Stevie's. I hadn't seen Stevie my whole life. I never went to many concerts my whole life. I went to none until my first concert was my own show. That's the first one I went to.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I've kind of been catching up since, and I supported him at BST in Hyde Park, and I saw his show afterwards, and I was looking at the audience, and there was little 5-year-olds there with Hotter Than July shirts on, and 8-year-olds there
Damn.
there with the same shirts on, and everyone is singing "Happy Birthday to
Come
you,"
on.
or "Isn't she lovely," or whatever it is. The songs just traveled. It didn't matter what everyone's singing it. So I remember, even in that, I was leaving that show, and then there was a little kid who had the little Hotter Than July shirt on, no older than 5, and he looked at me and was like, "Are you the Marking My Time man?" I went, "What?" He was like, I love your music, you're the Marking My Time man. And his dad came, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we're just big fans of your music." Da, 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 da. And I saw him wearing the Hotter Than July shirt, I saw his dad wearing the Hotter Than July shirt, da, 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 and I was like, man, this is it. This is what I need to be writing my music for.
Mm-hmm.
It's beyond just like, man, this is cool for my peers or da da da. Like, I need all my music to be this universal, because this kid needs to hear it, because he likes Marking My Time, which is a crazy song to like. That cracked me out. I was like, that's a crazy song for you to like.
Also,
but I'm like, yo, he would love Reclusive. He would love whatever. Like, that's the kind of direction I'm kind of heading in. It's just writing these simple, just evergreen songs, and I'm gonna keep trying to write those songs until one of them actually becomes that.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's coming. I also just, again, similar to Stevie and similar to some of like the really, really good songwriters, like that evergreen thing that you were talking about. I think listening like a child who's 6 or 7 or 9, listening to your music, I think they're going to be able to like open the key to the past and be like, oh, shoot. Whenever they listen to Stevie or D'Angelo or like any of the other inspiration, they'll be like, oh, he sounds like Elmiene.
Yeah.
And so it'll be almost like you'll open the door for them to the past almost, which is like really cool.
That's all I could ever wish for. I mean, the only thing I ever had a wish when I got into this was that I hope that I could be one day a part of the lineage of that path. Stevie to Sly to Prince to D to Raphael Sadiq to the whole to Usher to I wanted to be a part of the next chapter of that story, that family tree. So that'd be the best reality ever.
Ready? March 27th.
Wee!
Come on now.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you for coming to Safe Space.
Thank you very much.
This was such a great conversation. I didn't know we had that much in common.
It's great. We basically live the same childhood.
Almost.
Bowie and Oxford might be like sister towns.
Right there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We might gotta play what video game are you playing right now?
There's a new fighting game coming out with Marvel characters
Really?
called Tokon. That's gonna be insane. It's like a actually competitive 2D fighters are my favorite, but it's like Captain America, Wolverine,
Is it kind of like Injustice?
Yes.
Okay, but for Marvel.
But for Marvel.
That's
it's like
dope.
Marvel versus Capcom was the thing back in the day that I used to play, but this is like the new coming out in like March.
I'm there.
Yeah.
We might gotta run it.
I'm trying to get as many people in at the same time, so there's no excuse of like, but you've been playing for 2 months.
Right.
I want everyone to be there day one.
I want no excuses.
Just so I can destroy and feel good about myself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, when it's out, you will get a call, and
ready.
we will have to run it.
I'm ready.
My dog.
I'm so ready. Yes, man. Absolutely.